Good afternoon. We are here today to provide an update on the readiness of our school buildings as the 2015-2016 academic year will officially start for all students on Tuesday, September the 8th, 2015. During the summer months, technical officers in both the Ministries of Education and Public Works work together and undertake a series of maintenance and capital projects to improve our school facilities in preparation for the start of school each September. The purpose of the annual program is to carry out repairs that will ensure a safe and healthy environment for our students, principals, teaching and administrative staff. This summer, the facilities management team in the Department of Education will complete a total of 38 maintenance projects to improve our school buildings. Following a successful bidding process, work contracts were awarded to a number of local contractors to execute on the repair and maintenance projects slated for the summer. The Victor Scott Primary School was one of the major school improvement projects that is now in the final phase of completion. The lower restrooms were renovated for our children, an electrical service upgrade was implemented at the school, and the lower level hallway was furnished with new tiling. You may recall that at a press conference in April 2015, I informed the public that the St. John's Preschool will move to the Victor Scott School property. The move has been completed, and I want to commend the team at the Department of Education, the principal of Victor Scott Primary School, the administrator of the renamed Victor Scott Preschool, led by our facilities manager, Mr. Cleon Gayton, for their efforts in successfully relocating the former St. John's Preschool into a new, refurbished west wing of the Victor Scott Primary School. Other significant repair and maintenance projects undertaken to improve school buildings included the renovations of restrooms at the Somerset Primary School, Harrington Sound Primary School, and the West End Primary School. The purchase of a new shade structure for the lunch bench at Purvis Primary School. The purchase of a new playground for Dalton E. Tucker Primary School. The new playground will be installed during the school year. At East End Primary, we ensured that a new fire alarm system was installed. Tent fumigation was undertaken for the Prospect Primary School. Art room floors were all resurfaced at the Victor Scott and St. David's Primary. A safety fencing enclosure was installed at the Somerset Primary School, and a new stage was fabricated for the Somerset Primary School Assembly Hall. In addition, St. David's Preschool will have a safety fence enclosure completed during the school year. These are just some of the many repair and maintenance projects undertaken this summer by our facilities section in the Department of Education. Additional maintenance tasks that were scheduled included pest control assessments, fire alarm testing, water tank chlorination, and water fountain maintenance and cleaning. During the remainder of the month of August, our school custodians will be working diligently to complete the preparation of the inside of our school buildings as we approach the start of the new school year. Once again, I would like to thank Mr. Cleon Gayton, the department's facilities manager, and his team for their continued commitment and concerted efforts during the past months to ensure that the repair and maintenance projects were carried out so that our school buildings are ready for teaching and learning. Finally, I would like to thank the Ministry of Public Works team for collaborating with the Ministry of Education, plus the independent contractors for a job well done. So thank you, and now the Minister of Public Works will share details of the project work that was undertaken by his team in this collaborative effort. Minister?
Good to see you. Good day, Bermuda. This is indeed a good day for our schools, for our students, and for our teachers, where we have the opportunity of making sure that our schools are prepared as they now enter next week and getting on with the business of teaching our kids and our kids being educated for tomorrow. Again, to the Honorable Member, Minister, Scott, I want to thank you for collaborating with us, and for our team, Cleon, the facilities manager, as well as Stephen Tucker, the building team, who have been doing a fantastic job. We commenced this work back in April of this year to ensure that we got a head start with making sure that things got done. 130 members of our team got together, the technicians, the electricians, the carpenters, and the likes, to ensure that we started this work early. Under normal circumstances from year to year, we normally just take on 4 schools per year to get this work going. This year we decided to take on a bigger chunk of that work, and we took on 11 to 12 of our schools to ensure that not only was it painted, the bathrooms were looked at, the plumbing was looked at. In addition to that, the floors for the gyms were refurbished. And I'm excited about the fact that we are now at this point that we can say we are ready to open our schools. You'll also know that Elliott School suffered some serious damage to its roof from Hurricane Gonzalo. And our building team was able to do a temporary fix. We then contracted the work out. That work has commenced and is about to finish. So we're excited that Elliott School now has a decent roof, leak-proof, and we can get on with teaching our kids. We must also say that with some of the work that has been done, we took on this year unprecedented 11 different contractors to ensure that our work got done. Again, I said earlier, normally we take on about 4 different contractors to get some of this work done. We put all of the work out to tender, the painting and the likes. 12 people wrote in to the tender, and of those 12, 11 were awarded works, which is pretty much unprecedented of the past. So we're excited about this here. I want to thank once again the buildings team and our facilities manager for getting the work done. Bermuda, we are prepared and ready to have our students back in school. Thank you, and have a great day, Bermuda. Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, any questions? Will all schools be ready in time for the 8th of September, Minister?
That is the goal. We want to make sure most of the work has already been done. The goal is to make sure that it is ready, as I already stated in my statement.
Okay, you said that is the goal. Can you give any guarantee that all schools will be ready in time for
Our schools will be ready. Our schools will be prepared for our students. They will be in school on time.
So no need to worry about any schools not opening on time?
No.
All the works completed here at Victor Scott. I noticed that there's still a light pole down there. The grass still hasn't been cut, and I'm being made to understand that the fans still haven't been repaired at this facility.
Yes, there are some peripheral things that we do need to continue to do. We haven't finished our work. Today is Wednesday, so we'll continue on getting some of those other works finished.
How long do you anticipate it will be before the works are completed?
The works will be done by the time school opens.
We have word from both ministers that the required works are going to be completed in time for the reopening of school. One of the biggest complaints we have from teachers and parents is that teachers and students don't have the materials that they require for getting on with the business of learning. Can you as Minister of Education see what the status of that is going to be this year, or are we going to have teachers again having to dip into their own funds to purchase supplies for classrooms and such?
Well, Gary, that's been an age-old discussion. Certainly, we have supplies that are available for students, as we always do. You can ask any teacher, and teachers have historically gone out and added to the amount of supplies that they have, and that's something that I'm sure will continue. But we are doing our best to ensure that we do have adequate supplies.
So we won't have any repeats of, for instance, last year, the president of the Bermuda Union of Teachers saying that the only supplies he got was one black marker. Then we had the school on the North Shore, primary school, West Pembroke, where they had to send out asking parents for assistance in getting copy paper.
Well, Gary, as you know, the PTAs for schools have historically gone out and asked for additional help. As I stated, our goal is to ensure that we do have supplies for students. And I would, remind parents that if you are able to provide supplies for your child, please do so and help us out. But where we have children that are not able to afford supplies, we do our best to ensure that they have adequate supplies.
So again, there will be no repeat of a teacher only being able to access one black marker.
Well, Gary, I can't speak to what you're talking of last year. I'm not aware of those specifics, so I'll leave that alone.
So you haven't had any communication from the Bermuda Union of Teachers with regard
Well, Gary, as I said, I'll leave that alone. Certainly, I heard your report last year as well, and it is the goal of the Ministry of Education, as it always is, to have adequate supplies in place. And if you look at the work that we've done this summer in ensuring that our facilities are ready with the help of these team of very hard-working men we have behind me, I think it's been a job well done.
Also, one last question. Also, do we have the required number of teachers in the public school system this year? Because in the past we've had situations where schools have been without a math teacher, or they've been without teachers for grades because of development and stuff.
There are one or two vacancies that the HR department is still working on filling, but our goal is to have adequate staff at schools in time for our students.
Whether you can guarantee that we will have the full complement of teachers come the start of the new school year?
That's the question that you just asked.
I know.
And I did answer. What I said is that there are one or two vacancies that are still out there, and the HR department and the ministry is doing their best to ensure that is sorted out. Now, our goal is to ensure that when students show up on September the 8th, they have the facilities, they have the supplies, and they have the support staff that are adequate so that we can commence with our children's education.
And one last question.